Hey, what is going on, everybody? So I want to talk about something that I have been seeing circulating around the YouTube streets for like the last 2 years. 2 years. I have been seeing this name come up, and it has never been good, ever. I've never seen one good thing said about this particular person. And that's what we're here to talk about today, all right? I was going to sit at home in front of the mic and in front of the camera and go ahead and get this word off my chest. But I think I would much rather take a walk and get this done because I don't want to find myself having to edit a video about this. I would much rather say it and upload it. I'm not even about to go that far. I would much rather save that extra work for stuff that could be I don't even want to do all that. All right, so I had a chance to watch some of this girl's videos. Okay, I have personally had a chance to watch some of this girl's videos, and I had the chance to watch some of the videos that people make about this particular person. And I just kind of sat there on the sidelines and I kind of noticed something here. Out of everything that everybody says about this woman, it's something y'all don't say, okay? That I wish a lot of people would say. At least one person, right? I see a lot of Dodash exposed. I even found videos that go way back to the Curl Smiler. The Curl Smiler. Sorry, I might have said that word wrong. And I'm like, dang, she been at this for 8 years? 8 years. Like I've seen videos that go way back from 8 years. But I think 2019 is when she came out and, basically explained and was kind of crying and stuff like that about what happened, why she took all these orders and couldn't fulfill them, and people was calling her a fraud. So you've been frauding since 2019 at best, since 2019. I'm not gonna say that you've been frauding your whole way through. Maybe you had some times when you was doing stuff the right way. Maybe you had some things you was doing where you were making a honest living, right? But the thing that I wish somebody would tell you is that you need to just get right with God. It's not about you need to go to work and just work. Stop trying to make people feel bad for you and just live off of donations, off of trying to make people feel bad for your mistakes, right? It's not about, oh, you need to stop frauding. It's not about, oh, you need to stop doing bad business, or you need to stop trying to take money that should be used for business and use it for personal lifestyle. And then by the time it's time to do business again, you ain't got no money left over to do business. I'm telling you this from my own personal experience. I'm not telling you this from somebody with a mouthpiece. Like, I'm not one of these content creators with a mouthpiece, who want to sit around and play judge, jury, and executioner. I'm telling you this as from somebody with personal experience. I know what you want out of life. I understand. I've watched some of your videos about leave your day job and be self-employed and defy all the odds and just be the person God made you. I get all of that. I am the mascot of that right there. Like, I live by that 100%. I know exactly what I'm talking about when I say I know you. However, I'm just, look, like, I think that you've let this go on too far. You've done this for too long, and you dug yourself in too big of a hole. I have never seen people who are either and I know this probably ain't you, But still, it's like now we got people who are happy to be hoes, or happy to be scammers and beggars. Like since when did we live like this? Like, I know so many women who glamorize being a like a 304, right? Like, they just turn it into a profession. OnlyFans, all this other stuff, and blah, blah, blah. I know so many people that just glamorize being a scammer. It's all in the hip-hop music. I'm like, dang, that's what y'all into now? Scamming? Man, it's like, bro, like, if you couldn't hit the block and actually gave people an honest product in exchange for an honest dollar, even if it wasn't an honest living, then you just went and got a job. Or you went and started a business. You wouldn't cut grass. Something like that. But y'all taking this to a whole new level of glorying in your shame. When the Bible talk about people that glory in their shame, right? Like, it also says that their God is their belly. Like, that don't just mean what you eat. It mean that your God is in your consumption, your consumptive lifestyle. Consume, consume, consume. Buy, have, live. Your God is the fact that you still trying to live this American dream. You still trying to consume, have this, have that. Oh, well, I gotta live like everybody else in my profession live. Or I gotta live like how everybody think I should live in order for people to want to follow me. You are in no position like to be trying to convince people to follow you at all. None. That don't mean people won't. All I'm saying is that should not be your effort right now. That should not be where you put your effort. It's trying to create an attractive lifestyle for people to follow after. No, if you want people to follow you, you got to serve them. If you don't get up here on YouTube and stuff like that and you offer people knowledge that can actually work for them, stuff that they can apply to their learning, you are in no position for people to follow you. As far as I see, the only product you offer the community is taken from them. It's making them feel bad for you so that you can take from them, or making them think you had it somewhere so that way you can take from them. That's the only product. Like, that's the only product you offer to the community. Maybe there was a time when you did offer. Man, a bug almost flew in my mouth. Maybe there's a time you did offer an honest product, but somewhere that went down the drain. Somehow, some way that went down the drain. See, people don't make business work simply because they got money. No, that's not what it is. It's not that they got money. It's that they spend it differently. Some people get money and the first thing they do is they make bad financial moves and they justify it with, well, everybody's supposed to have this. Yeah, but everybody ain't supposed to have one like that. Right? Like, let's just say you started a business, you make $100,000 a year. Okay, no. Like, let's just say $50,000 a year. Okay, no. Let's be more fair. $75,000 a year. Me, right in the middle. Me, like, I'm in the middle of starting up a new business now. Okay? Like, I had to learn from some of my mistakes with my last venture. And I think I know that one of my biggest mistakes with my last venture is that I let it go on too long, knowing that it was only meant to be temporary going into it, and I let it go on too long. That was my biggest mistake. It wasn't because my product wasn't right. Or like it wasn't because of any wrongdoing on my behalf. It's just that I knew it was supposed to be temporary and I didn't move. All because I just got used to it. Right? But if you make 70, if you were in a position to make 75,000 a year, you would be the type of person, the very first thing you would do is go and get a card note for a $150,000 car. Well, everybody's supposed to have a car. And like, you know, like you would justify that with something like that. And then on top of that, like you would go and get some $3,000 a month, 1-bedroom apartment. And you would say, well, everybody's supposed to have somewhere to live. And you would justify living beyond your means by considering it as the basic necessities. People that make business work for them as far as profit, the very first thing they do is they lower the expenses in their regular everyday lifestyle. The first thing you seem to do is, as far as what I know, because I don't know you personally, but as far as what this seemed like, look like, and sound like, it seemed like the first thing you do is inflate your lifestyle. I don't know if anybody has ever taught you the most basic rule to growing as an entrepreneur or somebody self-employed. Decrease the expenses of your lifestyle. Without that, you stand no chance at somebody starting from the bottom. Like, I don't care if you got an awesome product. I don't care if customers is throwing money at you. It don't matter. You want the least possible expensive lifestyle that you can handle, period, starting out. Why? Because first and foremost, it's if you don't learn that lesson up front, you're going to have to learn it the hard way, and that might just cost you business. And you don't want to learn it the hard way by that costing you the business. Or you can learn it the hard way by you and your family being out on the street. But like, you don't need to lease a car. Go buy a $2,000 car. It's like you got people giving you money every week just to keep up with a car payment when that same amount of money in the month could just buy you a cheap little $2,000 car. You can still get around, right? Like, everybody need a car, right? See, people that start out in business, they start out with making decisions like that. So, like, they don't start out with, you know, fulfilling all their heart's desires for their lifestyle. Like, that's why some people really don't make it in business. Or, like, a lot of people might actually be this kind of person, but they might be married to somebody that see life the opposite. Oh, well, you in business. So let's go on vacation. Like, you just got your first big check. Let's go on vacation. It's like, wait a minute now. It don't work that way. I need to put this money away because, like, I might not even get the next bid or the next job or the next this or the next that. Like, you can't think like people that work a job and also live like somebody that don't have one. But people that work a job, they think about fulfilling their heart's desires with their money. Expensive trinkets and expensive car and expensive high-rise apartment, you know, with the pool down there and them $10,000 Frenchie dogs. And no. People that like want to make money, they don't spend money like that. Not at first. It's people that don't got money that spend money like that at first. Like, trip to Hawaii It's like, no, 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 no. I'm telling you what every other content creator won't tell you. Every other content creator just here to expose you. Every other content creator just here to make you a laughing stock. Every other content creator is just here to make themselves sound right off of your wrongs. I'm here to not see you destroyed. Because you is somebody's daughter. And all I can sit back and think about is, what if that was my daughter? I remember watching some videos just recently about the pink sauce lady. And as I was sitting there watching all these videos coming out about the pink sauce lady, like I missed that whole pink sauce epidemic. It wasn't until like that situation was already old that I finally even know what happened, because I just so happened to see the pink sauce on the clearance aisle at the store one day, and I'm like, wait, this sauce isn't even pink. And then I just so happened to see it pop up on YouTube, and I'm like, wait, I heard of that before. I seen it at the store. And I'm sitting there looking at that pink sauce lady, and I'm looking at everybody having so much fun, exposing the story, making commentary on it, and I had to think, like, she kind of looked like my oldest daughter in a way. But like, if y'all ever seen the pink sauce lady, she looked very similar to my oldest daughter. And I had to think, like that's somebody's daughter out here like this. Out here making a fool of herself. And I learned to see everybody like that. Like, before I start jumping on bandwagons and, you know, being the one to give my take on the story and all of this, like, no, that's somebody's daughter, bro. Like, that's somebody's baby out here making a fool of themselves. And see, the problem with our people, and I really want to express our people. When I say our people, I'm talking about race here when I say this, because it always seems like it's our people that is always the ones getting put out like this, and it's a reason why. You were born in debt in America. Every other person in this world has had a 400-year head start of us. The system that got created here in America, the way life is here, is 400 years ahead of us. 450 to be exact, ahead of us. This American dream stuff will chew you up and spit you out. And it won't care nothing about you, and everybody will sit around and make a video about it. And they'll get paid off you going broke. And it'll be your own people doing it too, laughing, cracking joke, drinking coffee to it. Hey, y'all hear about what happened to DoorDash? Yeah, man, that girl crazy. You have to understand. I hear you talk about God a lot. A whole lot. But before I get there, I want to go back to that subject. You were birthed into a 400-year deep hole that you got to dig yourself out of. There's knowledge that don't get passed down to you by your parents because it was given to their parents, because it was given to their parents, because it was given to their parents, because it was given to their parents. Everybody else seem to have that, but we don't. Like, our dads can't sit us down and teach us how to be men here because their dads couldn't, because their dads couldn't, because their dads couldn't, because their dads couldn't.
Because as far as us here in America, we came here as slaves, owning nothing, and it's somehow made to look like we need to be happy with it. And then we walk around here every day with everybody telling us, put up with it. Shut up and forget about it. Slavery was old. It's like, no, you still suffering from all of that. Like I don't think you know that, but like, we have never stopped suffering from it. It has caused residue in our generations that is hard to wipe off. It was hard for me to grow up, and I'm looking around at 23. I got talents, gifts, and skills, and yet I mop floors for a living. And I'm like every other guy my age. They seem to know how to do this, they know how to do that, they know how to do this, they can make anything out of their life, they got dads to put them in the right direction, and me, I'm over here wondering, like, what is the point of my life? And I ain't saying everybody got it like that either, but like, you know, like, I'm sure they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. We don't. Our so-called leaders, like, they don't want to help us. Our leaders don't make laws that benefit us. But we never even get taught the laws here. I need you to understand. You already had it bad getting started. It's just that we got so used to life being like this to where we just think this normal. Like, no. Just because you was born in this don't mean anything normal. There are things you don't know. That only if you knew, none of this would ever happen like this. And it's a reason why we ended up in this situation to begin with. We are the real children of Israel in that Bible. And we ended up under a curse for 400 years. That's why all of that happened. And you seem to be struggling every day, using God as a way to get you into a whole nother struggle. Oh yeah, I just feel God is telling me, go back to your hair care products. I just feel God is telling me to go back. Look, stop lying to yourself. You ain't hearing from God. Stop. And I'm not saying this as somebody that assume I know what I'm talking about. I don't ever want to talk about stuff I assume I know what I'm talking about unless I clearly state that. And you have heard me talk about what I assumed in this video already. But you ain't hearing from God? I know that's true. That sounds real utterly familiar. Why do that sound so familiar? Because it seems like every time we get this good feeling about our next idea, we think it's God telling us. No, that could just very well be the devil. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. It's just we don't like hearing stuff like that because it make us look at all the decisions we made in our lives like, oh dang, I've done that too. And I've made huge life changes just based on a good feeling about a good idea. You mean it? Well, maybe I'm hearing from the devil too. No, see, I can't think that way. Like, I have to make this work before I ever believe that. That's how people is. People really is like that. Like, people would make a lie work before they ever receive the fact that they have been lied to. Like, they'll somehow make it true. But it's up to you. I hear you talk about God so much. Oh, God this, God that. God is just telling me. God was supposed to help me. God was this. God was that. God. Look. Before you use the name of God ever again in your life, make sure it is a cry for repentance. Like, don't even use his name when you stomp your dang on toe. The next time you even use a word with the letter G, make sure it is a cry for repentance, because you've been on the edge too long. Like this has been too long. It's just been too long. Like, you should thank God like you ain't somewhere in a jail cell right now. Honestly. Like, it's a wonder why you ain't got, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got duct tape by now. Like, with all the unhappy people in this world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hate to say it like that. It's a wonder why you ain't been investigated yet. It's a wonder why people still donate money to you. God is sustaining you until you reach a point of repentance. You have been delusional. Just be honest. You've been delusional. I had to do that. Like, I'm not telling you this as some outside commentator. I'm telling you this as a brother. I've been delusional before in some of the most embarrassing ways. It's just a lot of that happened before anybody knew me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad a lot of that embarrassment stuff got took care of way before I became some kind of influencer. And sometime when you see too quick success at being an influencer, oh, that's just part of the judgment right there. Because by the time you do fall from grace, or you do have that trial that you ain't capable of handling, everybody see it. That's why I always tell content creators, do not be pressed over subscriber count. Don't. Let your life run its course, but keep doing the work. And let God get an increase as he see fit for what you can handle right now. Because it might be that one time you have to publicly apologize about being wrong about something dead serious. And I would rather do that in front of 500 people than 500,000 people. Honestly. I think it's time to give this YouTube stuff a break. I am. Like, I really do think it's time for you to give, you know, trying to be Miss Content Creator lifestyle a break. It ain't nothing wrong with just going back to a job. Like, I understand you preach the gospel of 9 to 5. Like, I know you preach the gospel of leave your 9 to 5 and do what you want for a living. And I understand all that. But it ain't nothing wrong with going back to the drawing board for a few months, 6 months, 3 months. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with just, you know, sitting inside a Sephora and selling some makeup to unhappy people. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with just going and just picking yourself up by the bootstrap and just starting from the ground up. Like, you ain't got to be Mrs. DoorDash. And, like, you gonna look around, your motor blow. Now what? Oh, now because you got to make that leave your 9 to 5 stuff work out, now you got to borrow somebody else's car. Heck, then they motor blow. And now you owe them too on top of that. And you still owe the people you was leasing the car from. Like, over the car that got ruined. Like, you gonna dig yourself a deeper hole every single day until you are willing to swallow your pride and just go back to the drawing board. Figure out your next move and make you some money while you do it. I was you, I would work one of them kind of jobs just like starting out that you ain't got to talk to people all day. Do that. But don't go be nobody's salesperson. Don't do none of that. Go and work one of them jobs where you ain't got to talk to people all day. Like go be a janitor, go work as a stalker somewhere. Go do something that don't require you to wreck your head all day, because then you're not going to have enough of your own brain left over to use when you get off work. Or you're not going to have enough of your brain to figure out your next move while you at work. It's all part of the process. It's not like you starting over, right? Like, it's not like you starting with zero knowledge of anything. It's not like you didn't already have your life experiences that you can learn from. Heck, I mean, you still got your channel. You know what I'm saying? You got like 82,000 subs. You can capitalize off of 82,000 subs. And I'm not, I'm not telling you to look at your subscribers as merchandise or nothing like that, but you in a good place to be capable of having a good fresh start from. Go get yourself together. And sometimes like we find it too hard to do that because we think that because things worked for us before in the way we were doing it, that means it can work again. Don't ever be the kind of person to start thinking like that, because then you would start wondering why God ain't help you. Why is God not coming through this time like he did before? If I was doing things so wrong before, I'm sure he would have let me know then. It's like, no, he was just giving you time to get yourself together, but it seemed like you don't want to. And so he got to close the door. Like, he just got to close the door. And all I'm telling you is that he's closing the door. The route you're trying to go, that door is closed. But there's still doors open for you. It's just that you can't go that way no more. Like, can you start another business? Oh, absolutely, but not the way you've been doing it. But not begging and fraud and mismanaging funds because you want to be Miss Little American Dream. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like, everybody can't be Paris Hilton. Those people get set up to make us believe in the American dream, and even they know it ain't real. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that's not meant for you. And you should be glad, because even they know their world is fake. Even they know it. You just don't know it. Because they got a good job of making it look easy. Like, everybody want to be like these superstars and these mega influencers and all this other stuff, and then people get propped up by the Matrix. Like, they get propped up by the Matrix to keep you in a trap of being sold a dream. If only you knew the hands that were behind their success, you would loathe the day you ever believe. It just takes hard work and dedication. It do, yes. But some of these people like Mr. Beast and Mark Zuckerberg, and some of them people get propped up by the Matrix on purpose to keep you in this daze of just wanting to live the dream. I don't know if you know, a lot of them people devil worshipers. And it's a lot of funding behind that. Like Like the only reason I'm even talking to you about this is because I hear you mention God too much. And so, like, if you wouldn't open to have these type of conversations, like, just quit talking about God, because you're gonna run across somebody that know God for real. Like, see, to you, God is just an ideology, but some kind of a flavor of philosophy. No, like, you're gonna run across somebody that know God for real, and they're gonna tell you the real deal. Like, I'm not these other content creators trying to capitalize off of exposing you. Like, I don't want to sit here and add more jokes to it and throw more fuel on the fire. Like, them days are over. Like, it's enough people doing all that exposed DoorDash videos. Like, screw that. So many people talk about this, man. So what? Heck, she messed up. She walk around here trying to keep up with her own delusion, and she's dragging other people into keeping up her delusion, and those people don't even know that they're adding to your demise, and they thinking they're doing a good service to God for taking care of a sister in need because she was bold enough to ask. And it's only because I hear you talk about God so much that I have to tell you this. The Bible says, I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his children begging bread. That's the Bible. Like, that's the word of God. And so you see yourself in a position where you feel forsaken and you having to beg bread. Then, hey, man, like, you in a bad place. A real bad place. Just go back to work. Just lower your lifestyle expenses. Get rid of that car. Screw your credit score. Like, that stuff is for Americans. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, but it's a game. Like, that stuff is for people that think the American dream is real. Forget the credit score. Start over. If you would rather DoorDash and Uber and stuff like that to work, just do that. Ain't no big deal. Like, that's still work too. Like, I can't stand people that think that the only thing called work is when you get a paycheck from somebody else. Like, I can't stand people like that. Like, I remember somebody telling me that I'm too proud to work. And I'm like, I work every day. I had a detail business. I'm like, I work every day. They're like, nah, you detail every day. You do side jobs every day. But you just act like you too good to work. I'm like, this is work. Like, I'm not sitting here doing a puzzle. Like you act like I'm sitting here making Jello or something like that. This is work. I'm doing work in exchange for green money. Like, how am I too proud to work? And this is what I'm doing every day. Some people think working is only when you work for the man and you get a paycheck from the man. Don't let nobody make you think that either. They are just crazy. All of that is part of the unreal American dream, where work is when you work for somebody else. No, like, you can actually do your own thing too. That works. That's how do you think all these companies got started? From somebody working for somebody else? No, like, McDonald's didn't start because somebody chose to work for Burger King and did a good job at Burger King. No. McDonald's started because somebody did their own thing and pursued their idea. And these would be the same people buying from these companies every day thinking work is only what you do for another person. It's not. Like, I mean, yeah, you do work for other people, but I mean under another person. It's time to get right with God. Go to the secret place and stop trying to gather all these people around you to feel bad for you to help keep up your delusion. It's a delusion. Stop. Yeah, because it's gonna be a point in time when the donations you receiving off of trying to make people feel bad for you ain't gonna be enough money. And when God got you in a struggle, when God got you in the situation you in, can't nobody save you. You can't save you. Nobody can save you. Even $100,000 donation won't save you. But you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole with that. In a bigger hole. I don't know how much you paying for the car. Give it back. Give it back. Take the hit on your credit score. Just owe them the money. Forget it. Heck, our people is owed 450 years of wages. Like, they could put up with it. Owe them. Go buy yourself a $2,000 beater and like it just go work at Amazon. Something like that. Or you keep the car, but you can keep being raped by the payments every month or 2 weeks or whatever it is. And I hate to use language like that because I am talking to a female here, and I don't know what you might have been through before, so maybe I should watch my language. But still, like them car payments is set up to keep you down. You ain't gonna get up in a position that's already set up to keep you down. And by the time you even realize it's set up to keep you down, you ain't even gonna have enough leverage to get yourself out of it. All the prices of pay monthly anything is set up to keep you down. The people don't believe in letting you own anything anymore. So give it back. Go get you something that costs a few grand. $4,000, I don't care, but you don't need no $20,000 nothing. Not in a position like this, you don't. Unless you just want to keep on paying monthly for it and watching all them green dollars that can solve a whole lot of problems go down the drain every month over trying to keep up with something up to date and all this other mess. Give it back. Go stay with your mom if she had let you. If you ain't got no kids or nothing like that, look, you need to start over. Honestly, like, you just need a whole new start, period. A whole new mind. Go seek the Lord for the Holy Ghost. Let him renew your mind. Clean your heart. Like, look, man, because next thing you know, you're going to find yourself overreaching. And find yourself in a position where, like, you end up behind bars. Like, I hear you make videos of people talking about the struggles they go through and they end up doing something bad to themselves because of it. Like, I don't know if you know this, but you headed down that road. Like, I just need to keep it real with you. Like, you really is headed down that road. I'm not saying that you headed for that thing, but you are headed down that same road, though. Like, you might not run into that pothole like they did. It's still the same road. It's a reason people end up in situations like that is because somehow, some way, they're trying to make the same dumb thing they've been doing work out for them. If you do the same thing expecting the same results, that is the same as insanity. And before you end up insane, listen to what I'm telling you. I don't want you reaching a point in life when, like, you've been through too much of this to even have a dream. Like, I don't want that dreaming aspect about you to die. All because you done bumped your head too many times trying to go the same path. Like a whole new thing, but the same path.
Like I want to see you still capable of having a dream. Man, but you need to let God give you this next one. Like, you can't afford to come up with no more bright ideas. None. No, you can't afford this. And you want to know what? This is good. Most people never get to a place in their life when they can really say, I need God because I can't get myself out of this. That's a blessing. That's mercy. Most people go their whole life, everything work, everything's fine, everything's good, and then hell afterwards because they never had a relationship with God. It's like you wake up, nothing work, nothing's fine, nothing's all right, everybody talking about you, everybody making fun of you, and then next thing you know, you in a place and you like, I really do need God. And I need God for real. I don't need church. I don't need no preacher. I don't need nobody. I need the Lord for real. Like he need to be real to me, not some ideology in my head. That right there, he could work with that. And I ain't saying that you, I ain't saying don't go to church and nothing like that. Like, you need to be taught something by somebody that know what they talking about. Most of these churches don't. But that's why the world crazy now. But the people he sent to bring balance in the world, like, all they do is they feed you the American dream. And the devil got carte blanche to do whatever he want to do in this world because the church is nothing but a bunch of clowns in suits. Like, don't go to no famous preachers. But don't start listening to no Mike Todds and them like that. Like, no. They're going to feed you another delusion. No, like, you need the real gospel. Real. You need the hard doctrine. Like, you need the hard truth. The stuff that's going to light a fire up under you. Not nothing that's going to make you feel good in your delusion. That's the stuff that'll change you. That's the stuff you look back and be like, I can't believe I was that crazy 2 years ago. 3 months ago. Like, I put it like that because this would be an immediate change. When all of this first happened to me and I first came out of fantasy, I'm like, dang, who just turned the lights on? All this time, you ain't even know you was walking around half dead and crazy. Just like everybody else. And you wake up one morning like, who turned the lights on? That your roommate, like, the lights been on. You're like, no. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about. No, like, you don't know what I'm talking about. Next thing you know, you hear the voice of the Lord speaking to you every day. You like, what the heck is going on? I ain't never heard that before. This is real. And he will give you a new life. A whole new one. Now, see, most of the people sitting around talking about you, they don't know God either. But not Ringo, not Brainwaves, none of these people know God. But that's why all they do is talk about you, because they don't know God. Because if they knew God, they'd be trying to help you, not sit around talking. Like, I don't want to see somebody's daughter out here making a fool of herself. I got daughters. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't care what you did. I don't care if you frauded somebody or not. Like, God forgives sins. Maybe the people might be still mad at you, but he'll find a way for you to make it right. Heck, like, you can't do nothing about that. Like, all of that is long gone. But, like, it ain't no way you're going to go back in time and make all that right. Like, you've got nothing. Nothing. You got nothing but a heart that can cry out to God. That's all you got left. Like, you all out of ideas. You all out of ways to make people feel bad for you. You all out of ways to beg for money. Like, you're all out. Like, you're all tapped out. You can't see it. Stop. Just stop. Please. I don't even know you and I don't care. Like I do, but I'm telling you, I'm not invested in trying to capitalize off of this just to be another talking head on this subject here. I just don't want to see somebody's daughter out here looking crazy. I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I'm telling you this from experience, man. I'm not just giving you my take on your situation. I mean, maybe mine wasn't as bad as yours. I still had this similar experience, though, you know? Still, I remember the first day I woke up and had that first entrepreneurial siege. And I just started thinking about all the good things I can do in life that I didn't know I could do in life. All the things I wish people taught us in school, and all the stuff I wish my parents could have taught me at a younger age. And I remember when that first happened to me, I didn't know it was going to be a hard road. And sometimes, like, we can keep trying to repeat the same thing until it end up working. Nah, man, like, you don't have a lot of time for this. We are in the end of days. Like, for real, like, you can't do this. Give it up and start new. I ain't telling you to give up. Like, everybody else want to just see you fall apart. I don't. I don't like seeing you use your emotions and stuff like that to manipulate people out of money, but you ain't got no other way to do it. You all a lot of honest ways to make this happen. So you know what you got to do to make yourself think you doing this honestly? By thinking you being honest. By just keeping it real. And then slipping in. I need $500. I need $500. And see, everybody think you need to have all your ducks in a row, and everybody think you need to do this, but everybody ain't got it like that. I need $500. $500. Anybody got $500? Look, man. Look. Stop. Stop. You need too much money. Too often. This is not sustainable. And you don't want to find yourself set up to lose it all just because you're set up on something unsustainable. I would rather build a shack on the sand and have the waves come and crash that down before I get all the way through building an entire complex on the sand, just for then the waves to come and then knock all that down. And you on your way to building a complex on the sand, and you done already seen the waves come crashing it down. That's the thing about it. You've seen this go wrong too much. But why don't we learn? Because we think dedication, be dedicated. Man, screw that. Screw that. Like, you ain't obligated to be dedicated. I gotta keep trying. No, like, that be our problem. We just keep trying for too long. Sometimes it just don't work. You know what I'm saying? All this keep trying until it work. What if it just don't work, though? Like, all that keep trying until it work and hard work and dedication, it make for nice philosophy. I mean, if I was Marcus Aurelius or somebody like that, it'd sound really good, but in practice, it's all right to change your identity. Like, it's all right to just change your life. Like, it's all right to be given a new name. Like, it's all right to just let go and just do something else.
Like, nah, forget that. Like, don't let these principles in this world keep you bound and trapped in a cycle of your own making. All because of hard work and dedication and keep trying until it works. Screw that. Forget that. I'm not lying. I'm probably the only person you're gonna ever hear say it like that. Sometimes, like, that's the worst thing you could do is to keep trying until it works. Because what if it just don't? If it don't work, it just don't work. You need too much money too often, and you spreading everybody thin. That's like some people fall for the magic of, oh, closed mouths don't get fed, and she was humble enough to open her mouth. No, she too proud to do something different. Like, it ain't that she humble enough to open her mouth. She too proud to go and figure something else out. That's what it really is. I ain't never met so many proud poor folk in my life. And I ain't calling you poor, but, you know, people in our social class, we're considered poor. It's more proud poor people than rich ones. It really is. Like, I'm too proud to go mop a floor. I'm too proud to go stack a box. I'm too proud to go and cash a check. I'm too proud to go and clock in. So therefore, I'd rather beg people for money for a living. That's degrading. That's sad. Bro, I would be damned if my daughter was out here doing that. Damned. I would be damned. Bro, like, you only 2 blocks away from being a prostitute. Like, you really is. I don't know if you know that, but you literally 2 blocks away from being on OnlyFans. You 2 blocks away from that. Yo, like, that's your next move right there. If you don't stop right here. If you don't stop right here. Stop. There is another way. There really is. You just got to come by way of Christ. You gotta get right with God. Like, after all, He put it in you to want to be what you want to be for a reason. But you can't come through the back door. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you can't come by way of mismanaging funds, fraud, and begging. Like, that's not going to happen. It's not God's will for His children to be beggars. Or frauds. Or bad stewards of anything. Like, I don't care what the situation is. I guarantee you it all started with just being a bad steward. Everybody sent me the money for their orders. Instead, I paid my car note, and then I ain't have enough money for ingredients. And so now what I got to do is take on more orders just to buy the ingredients for the first order, and it just never stopped. And now you find yourself a slave to fulfilling orders, and it never become a profit. All because it started out with just using the money for a car payment first. All it takes is one bad move, and that'll keep you in a cycle forever. I know what I'm talking about. And then, like, your next move is drugs and alcohol. Like, all because now you got to find a way to cope with life to make yourself more comfortable about what you know is uncomfortable. And even that costs money. But now you need to beg harder just to keep up with the drugs and alcohol too. Like, look, this is real. I know what I know what I'm telling you is true. I know what I'm telling you is true. Like, I done been in everybody's shoes before. Heck, and the last thing you need is to end up with a baby or something like that mixed in this, unless you got kids already. And like that right there put the icing on the cake. Like ended up pregnant on top of all this. Or just caught off guard without car insurance, and then somebody come and crash you. Heck, now the whole game is over. Now you need to go work at Burger King. You ain't got nothing else you can do. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Man, like, you would be better off being willing to swallow your pride yourself than for life to humble you its way. Like, you don't want God to do this for you. Like, just be willing to listen. But because if he do it, his hand can be heavy. I know what I'm talking about. Heck, I'd rather kneel on my own accord than for God to smack me down and make me do it. And then throw me in hell afterwards just because I wasn't willing to do it. Like, look, I'm being for real with you. I'm being all the way serious, man. You have a calling on your life. That's why none of this other stuff working for you. You got a calling on your life. That's why nothing else that worked for everybody else worked for you. No, he's not going to let you be happy outside his will. No, like, he ain't going to let you be comfortable in your delusion. That's not going to work. But other than that, I'm running out of stuff to say here. I just don't want to have to talk about this twice. That's really it. I'm tired of watching videos pop up on my news feed about you. I'm tired of everybody making fun of you. I'm tired of everybody being right about you. About stuff they ain't even got to talk about at all because it don't even got to be a thing. Like, I'm tired of watching somebody's daughter end up like this. I'm sick and tired of it. But other than that, I wasn't trying to be mean to you. I just need to say what don't nobody else say. Like, I need to say what needs to be said, and I need to say it loud enough. And I need to say it clear enough. This is your wake-up call. Peace.